замесишь, что... Ты что-то вопишь, хмырь? Вон он, сука! Ёбнул его! Рука! А, сука! Сука! А!
motorista Vitor Meniel continua preso e deve responder por 3 crimes. O inquérito do caso, inclusive, deve ser encerrado até o fim dessa semana.
Para que o agressor respondesse em liberdade, os advogados de Yuri de Moura Alexandre apresentaram uma certidão de casamento dele com outro homem. Mas a Justiça do Rio afirmou que, embora ele já tenha sido casado com outro homem, tais fatos não impedem que ele tenha praticado o delito de lesão contra a vítima e a injúria por homofobia. O ataque aconteceu no sábado e foi registrado pelas câmeras da portaria do prédio do agressor. O ator Vitor Meniel é espancado por Yuri com dezenas de socos na cabeça. O porteiro, Gilmar Agostini, assiste à agressão e não faz nada. Segundo a vítima, Gilmar ainda teria retirado o ator do caminho, ferido porque estava atrapalhando. Em depoimento, um dos policiais acionados disse aos investigadores que indagou o agressor sobre o que teria ocorrido e que Yuri alegou que ele teria conhecido Vitor em uma baladinha, que agrediu Vitor porque ele teria desrespeitado sua esposa e que Yuri apresentou ao declarante um crachá do Hospital Central da Aeronáutica. Mas segundo a polícia, Yuri mentiu. Ele apenas divide apartamento com uma amiga e é estudante de medicina.
A justiça converteu em preventiva a prisão em flagrante do agressor. A Polícia Civil vai ouvir novas testemunhas e analisa as imagens de câmeras de segurança que mostram a entrada de Vitor Meniel e do estudante do condomínio onde tudo aconteceu. O inquérito deve ser encerrado até a próxima sexta-feira.
Tudo indica que a capitulação deve continuar da mesma maneira, lesão corporal com novos exames e deve evoluir ali. A gente precisa, portanto, de uma nova perícia do Vitor e do encaminhamento dos exames dele para qualificar a lesão corporal de natureza grave.
Vitor Meniel falou pela primeira vez sobre o ataque. Muito machucado, ele agradeceu o apoio dos fãs.
Vocês estão sendo, assim, o pilar. Eu não tenho nem o que dizer. Isso aqui vai sair.
2015, in the darkness of midnight, a team of Mexican Marines led by a man named El Marino Loco stormed the house of an infamous drug lord, El Mimido, to capture him. After El Mimido was successfully captured, El Marino Loco took laws into his own hands by making El Mimido wear a female dress and kiss his hitmen in a bid to amuse his squad. This action and so many others by El Marino Loco made him hated and feared by almost every drug lord in Mexico. But before we get into the details, we need to first answer the question, who is El Marino Loco? The Mystery Man. Eric Morales Guevara, alias El Marino Loco, was an infantryman in the Mexican Navy. He's described by his peers to be dark-skinned, 5'7" tall, and having an amazing athletic build. He never showed his face, always wearing a hoodie, a mask, or sunglasses so even his eyes couldn't be seen. And he had good reasons to do this because many drug lords were after him. But make no mistake, this didn't scare him at all. El Marino Loco and the team of Marines under his command were determined to crack down every single drug lord in the states of Tamaulipas and Nuevo León. But it wasn't just capturing drug lords that made El Marino Loco famous. It was what he made him do that really put him in the spotlight. El Marino on several occasions made high-profile drug lords dress up in female lingerie, and sometimes he went as far as making them do homosexual acts. But before you rule El Marino's actions as being absurd, you first need to know just how dangerous these drug lords were and why in some way, Many would say that they deserve the treatment given to them by El Marino Loco. The ruthless Gulf Cartel. El Marino Loco was primarily operating in the state of Tamaulipas, but so was the infamous and notorious Gulf Cartel. And if there's one thing you need to know about this cartel, it's the fact that they showed no mercy in their operations around Mexico. No one dared cross paths with these guys. They had the local police and residents in the area under their control. They did whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted. Apart from the exportation of drugs to the US and Western Africa, the Gulf Cartel was involved in money laundering, extortion, kidnapping, arms trafficking, and many other illegal acts that put their organization in the bad books of El Marino Loco. But there was one particular activity carried out by the Gulf Cartel that led El Marino Loco and other Mexican Marines to really hunt them.
Enemy! You mother!
What is up, guys? It's Hutch here. I feel like every wipe we get to this point where I'm making a video on the state of Tarkov, and if the state of Tarkov is in a good place or if it's in a bad place, or if there's tons of cheaters, or if the cheating problem is getting better, or what's excited about Tarkov or what's not exciting about Tarkov, the state of Tarkov. So first off, I just want to say this video isn't really like super controversial. This isn't something where I'm bashing BSG yet again. Oh, Hutch is talking bad about BSG. What's new? It's nothing like that. This comes from a place of love, an experience I got to have that you, someone who has just started to play Tarkov in the previous couple updates, in the previous year now, won't get to experience. Back in the day, we used to be able to play the game a lot differently. PvP on really all sides were better. You know, even like the ratting and the camping and you know, whatever term you want to use, tactical gameplay was better because people weren't afraid to lose their gear because everyone had so much of it. That was because we were allowed to have so much. I told a story on stream today where whenever me and Summit first started playing the game, he would bring in guns and bring in armors and bring in backpacks and bring in a ton of different things for me to be able to use and to utilize and not have to worry about leveling up. You could be, once you hit level 15, you could go from having nothing to being the most geared player in the game. All of this was because there was no found in raid system. Everything, no matter what you did, if you killed someone at the beginning of the raid and took their whole kit out, you could sell it all on the auction house. So not only did the auction house have more of a legitimate style system with being able to purchase things not from just the cheater who farmed it on labs for 45 minutes, which is what we have now, but it was kill somebody at the beginning of the game and have the amount of rubles to last you for like 2 to 3 days, depending on the type of gear you're running, and or playing the game for, you know, taking a break, coming back and camping a guy off a spawn and being able to take everything that he had and either use it yourself because you weren't overweight like you are now, or as we said before, you could sell it on the auction house and make tons of rubles. So rubles weren't as much as a problem then. You were able to find items inside of marked rooms, red key cards, blues, greens. Open up a Willer's wallet, find a marked dorms key in there, find a reserve key in there. Red actually meant something. Violet was a room that you wanted to be in. Green was nasty. Black was great. I think we can all agree that the loot system right now, in its current state, is worse than it has ever been in the history of Tarkov. And what I mean by that is the found in raid system, the marked room, the containers not spawning in with anything inside of them, just being completely empty. No more weapon cases. Med cases hardly exist. All you're finding is mag cases and ammo cases inside of marked rooms, which is whoopee 300k. There is videos that I'm about to show you from back in the day, and I just want you to like kind of get the idea of the excitement that was finding a thick case in raid from someone who just brought it in because they wanted to, because they could afford to, because they wanted to bring their friend in with gear, wanted to bring their friend. Oh man, you just started having issues with space in your inventory. I'm gonna bring you a thick case, a weapons case, and a couple ammo cases, just so you have room in your inventory to be able to do things, instead of having to invest hours of gameplay into the game just to even unlock the ability to not even buy the container because that's locked behind a quest line, but just to hope to get a weapons case once you've progressed through the quest line long enough.
I tried to like make noise so he would look at me. But this dude is like super juiced. This is like Shroud running around right here. Like, he's just got an SA-58 and a Val, just for no reason, just together. He has an Alton helmet. He has a gigantic 6B 4-3 armor. Like, this guy was not around. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to just leave with your gear and his gear and just get the fuck out of Dodge. He brought a fucking thick case, brother. He brought a thick case, brother. You understand that? You get that? This man brought a thick case. He was planning to go do the route and fuck people up. I gotta leave. I'm not gonna do what he did. I'm not gonna run around and try. He already has it. Listen, I gotta leave.
What's going on?
I'm choking.
Oh, yes. Oh my god. Oh my god! 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 I got a ready card! I got a ready card! Chris! Oh my god!
Boys! Yo!
What the fuck?
Oh, as it bear shit in it. It's the most random thing ever. I found an azimuth with loads of different shit in it. A red key card. I'm not even joking, dude. I'm not even joking. Look at my stream. Look at my f***ing stream. Look at my f***ing stream.
This guy. Oh, this guy would have f***ed me up too. He has an SK. Oh, he has a nice SKS as well.
A wallet?
God.
All right, I'm on.
Yeah, boy! Бля, жетоны! Ебать! Так.
No way. What did you get?
What?
What did you get?
And
Coming up.
ooh, oh, hell yeah. Oh my God, Napoleon, we gotta go.
What?
There's a fucking red key card in the sick case.
Oh, dude. Alright. Alright, I'm ready.
What the fuck?
moments like this is what made the game so addicting, so incredible for all of us to play. The idea that anyone could have anything in their bag. Yeah, rubles were easier to come by, sure, but not for everybody. We keep making adjustments in Escape from Tarkov, or the developers keep making adjustments for the 1% or the 5% or the 10% of the people who are abusing the cheats. My point I'm trying to make is that BSG has done these changes and they aren't working. They haven't worked. There is still people doing RMT. There is still cheaters blatantly cheating, running around, rage hacking, doing all of this and that and the other. So what I'm asking is why are we still having the damn changes in the game? We can all agree that cheating is bad. We don't want cheaters in the game. But I also think we can all agree that Tarkov, the looting system, was better 3 years ago than it is today. I'm not even arguing for Found in Raid to be taken out of the game, but the idea that you are going to limit us, what we can bring in the raid, or what we can take out of the raid, what spawns inside of loot containers, what spawns inside of red, what spawns inside of marked rooms, finding cases that we would take months to grind to for some of the casual players, or for us streamers, weeks to grind to find it in a marked room. No grind. We turn the damn key, thick case, weapons case, sick case, 2 dock cases with a red lab key mark inside. That is Tarkov. The quest of what's behind the door is Tarkov. That's where we get our excitement from. And it has been stripped away from us for years with no end in sight, and it only getting worse. Newsflash, BSG. Your changes for RMT has not worked. The cheating is still horrible. It will not get better until we add in more layers of anti-cheat, but that's a completely different conversation. This game is one of the greatest FPSs that has ever been made, yet we keep dulling the experience down like water in a glass of whiskey. Every single wipe, worse and worse. Pour more water in the whiskey, pour more water in, more diluted, worse experience, not nearly as pure as what it once was. We miss it, man. We miss it. We miss this experience.
Gonna be down the hall, basically. Said you running?
Yeah, me running.
Wait, what?
I'm under here. I'm back this way.
Oh, you're just gonna chill down here?
trying to transfer it. Do I go
Some juice as
forward
well.
this way?
Yeah, yeah. I'll take you there.
Okay, yeah, just take me there once. I thought I knew where it was, but
Sit down here. I mean, it's not really a boiler, but whatever. Just hide in here.
Okay, yeah, easy.
Yep. I'm gonna go spawn some raiders.
Yeah, do you?
Who's gonna fucking look under there?
We want the experience to be able to bring in item cases, weapon cases, ammo boxes, to be able to bring that stuff in and fill them up to the brim, to be able to have these 5, 10, 20 million ruble raids. Is it unnecessary? Yeah, it is. Is it goofy? Yeah, it is. But isn't that what makes video games so fun? To be able to be like, man, I'm bored. I'm just going to bring in 5 million rubles worth of loot, weapon cases, item cases, the whole shebang. Fill it all up to the absolute brim and see what the hell happens. Flip the coin. What side is it going to land on? Am I going to be lucky? Am I not going to be lucky? I think I speak for the majority of the player base when I say this. We want the game to be like it once was. If you're not going to give us the gameplay changes, which I understand, at the end of the day, it's BSG's game. But don't punish us for the few. Don't punish the many for the few. Don't sit there and make the game a worse experience for us because of cheaters. If you want to fix the cheating issue, fix the cheating issue in its core. Get the better layers of anti-cheat, multiple layers of anti-cheat. No matter what you do to the gameplay, even if you make it to where we're only finding bandages and vodka bottles in every freaking spawn point in the game, people will still cheat to get the most amount of vodka bottles in the lobby. People will still cheat to see who has what in their inventory and go across the map and kill them. At least let that be our choice as a community. Let that be our choices as players in your game. I guess to finish the video off, I'm asking you as a community member that plays Escape from Tarkov to show your friends. Go back and look at this video. Tag BSG on Twitter. Ask them to give us and to revert the changes. We have been waiting for these changes to be reverted for years. For years. We were told that these changes were made, and with the idea that they were one day hopefully going to be changed back. And here we are, a year and some change later, and the loot is just still lackluster. It's not fun, man. It's very repetitive, and there's very few ways to make it not repetitive. I just want the game to be fun again. And if that's allowing me to be able to bring in a weapons case or to open up marked room and to find a red key card or, something like that, I mean, it should be my choice as a player in your game. And it shouldn't be dictated by cheaters. So that's it. Kind of just a rambling video. We watched the summit video on stream today, and it just kind of made me thinking. Just got me thinking about everything. And yeah, man, I just want the game to be enjoyable to the point where, tomorrow is always uncertain, or what's behind the door. You don't know, and it's exciting when the game is like that. That's not a thing anymore. So appreciate you guys watching. I hope I know most of you guys will agree with me, but if you don't, please let me know in the comment section below on why. And I hope BSG sees this, man, and if anything, just makes him think. But thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.
So let me just make it easy. You're fired.
After careful investigation of body and dashcam footage, these 6 cops were fired for abusing their power and mishandling situations.
Have a seat in my car. We'll make it up as we go.
Starting with John Kovac, a longtime patrolman from Lorain, Ohio. Kovac was seen on his dashcam pulling over his daughter's boyfriend without any cause. He disapproved of their relationship, saying he's just not a good person.
You're going to jail. Get out. Have a seat in my car. We'll make it up as we go.
Kovac orders the boyfriend to get into his patrol car and goes back to the car to discover his daughter in the back seat.
I didn't even see you. Get out of the car. Get in my car. Goodbye. What? Goodbye.
Kovac aggressively demands his daughter to get into his car. He claims he did it because his daughter was startled because she once said, "If I can't be with him, I don't want to be here anymore."
She said she was going to kill herself.
An internal investigation by Lorain police revealed that Kovac lied to detectives and claimed Coleman's vehicle almost hit his patrol car. Kovac was fired after supervisors determined he violated police department standards of conduct, though he will likely not face any criminal charges. Which, unfortunately for our next cop, was not the case. Sergeant Christopher Pulleys was involved in an accident that led to a joint criminal investigation by neighboring police departments. After the suspect is in his patrol car and handcuffed, Sergeant Pulleys confronts him. A female officer lunges towards him, pulling him away by his belt, which is when he shifts his attention to her. Pulleys was immediately relieved of his duties and was eventually charged with battery and assault on a law enforcement officer. Our next cop is actually a police canine handler who unleashed his dog on an unarmed man with his hands up. Following an incident on the highway, police detained a truck driver. While the suspect was on his knees and had his hands above his head, Speakman released his dog on him despite multiple demands not to.
Get on the ground or I'm gonna send the dog. Here. You're gonna get dog sick. Get on the ground or you're gonna get bit. Police canine, you're gonna get bit. Final chance, you're gonna get bit. Sir, here.
Do not release the dog with his hands up. Do not release the dog with his hands up. Don't. Do not. Get the dog off of him. Get the dog off of him.
He didn't comply. I gave him 3 commands. I told him, final warning. If you don't get on the ground, you're gonna get the dog. He wasn't complying. I mean, am I wrong?
But Speakman was not fired for unleashing his dog. He was placed on paid leave and warned several times not to speak to anyone about what happened. After multiple media outlets began to cover the story, Speakman was then fired because he did not meet the standards and expectations we hold for our police officers. Which could also be said for Officer Gregory Damon, who dragged an uncooperative woman across the floor following an arrest.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna have to do. That's what you did at the porch.
Damon arrived after receiving a call about a woman sleeping in front of a medical office and refusing to leave.
Come on, walk to my car. Walk to my car.
Why you saying that but pulling me? So go on and drag me, because that's what you're doing anyway.
If you ain't walking, just walk to my car.
How you gonna tell me that but you pulling me as you said it didn't say it yet?
She was arrested on a trespassing charge and taken to jail. Upon arrival, she refused to get out of the car.
Got the car.
When the I got the right to get out the car when I had a right to get in the car?
Mr. Marshall, I'm gonna drag you out of this car.
I already know.
I don't want to drag you out, but I need you to come get out the car.
Do what you did off the porch of the doctor's office.
The woman urges Damon to drag her out of the car, to which Damon gets frustrated and does just that.
By your
Stand up.
You want me back? You can't pick my big can you? That's what the officer was jealous
Stand
of.
up, come on.
He couldn't pick my big up. He was jealous of my big. You want me in this position, dog? I'm a farm boy. You ain't heard me at all. CPV, Central Park Projects, Tom.
An investigation found that Officer Gregory Damon violated several department policies during the incident and was ultimately fired for his actions.
Central Park Projects, Tom.
Next, we have a detention officer who was behind bars in the same jail that he worked for. Tyler Moody confessed to sneaking a phone to an inmate after it was found in the cell. Moody was confronted by Sheriff Jim Skinner.
Moody, I understand that you offered your resignation. Is that correct? Have you offered your resignation or not? I can keep my job. Well, you can't keep your job, okay? So let me just make it easy. You're fired.
Moody was not only fired, but under arrest and charged with a third-degree felony for bringing a prohibited item. Him into a correctional facility.
You're no longer an employee here. You understand? You've betrayed the trust of every citizen that we have the privilege to serve. And you've betrayed the trust of the brave and selfless men and women that you worked alongside for nearly 3 years. So as of this moment, you're under arrest for bringing a prohibited item a cell phone into a correctional facility. First thing I want you to do is stand up and take that uniform shirt off.
Although Moody deserved to be fired, Officer Phil Kiersnowski found himself in a very unfortunate position.
Sam? No!
Phil pulled over the senator's daughter because her window tint was too dark. Because they were former classmates, the traffic stop was more casual.
It's dark as hell.
This existing relationship, plus the fact that it was the senator's daughter, led the officer to cover his mic and say this.
I'm going to give you a citation. However, that's just because the admin's on our over window tint. One phone call from your dad would probably get rid of it and save all of us a lot of heartache. We all said if we found you driving with no right attention.
You all said that?
Well, we all know your window tint's real dark.
You all are targeting me.
No.
Unknowingly to the officer, Senator Lundberg was on speakerphone with his daughter during the entire stop.
One call from your dad would probably make all this go away.
Afterwards, Senator Lundberg called the chief to make light of the situation.
I regret, frankly, picking up the phone and calling the chief. At the time, I thought it was actually really kind of funny. Since I have a personal relationship with the chief, I called him and I was truly laughing and said, "Hey, Chief, I'm on the way back from Nashville. I'm about an hour away. If you're targeting my entire family, I'll be there."
This in turn made the department review the body cam footage of Kiersnowski, which resulted in him being fired.
And he was at his desk and he said, there's the officer's badge on my desk. My reaction is, fired for what?
A memo from the department determined he attempted to disable his audio, which could be evidence, and he was insubordinate with his attempt to persuade someone to take action to change police department policy that he does not agree with.
My wife has been in tears over this. My daughter's been in tears.
Senator Lundberg has since hired an attorney to help Kiersnowski get his job back.
I never should have covered the mic. I regret that decision, but I mean, I stand by the comments that I made.
To leave? Am I free to leave?
This is 70-year-old County Sheriff James Lujan being arrested by his own people for obstruction during an investigation being carried out against himself. An investigation that started when he harbored former city councilor Philip Chacon, who was being sought after by the Espanola Police Department for assaulting a man. But this chaotic and despicable situation didn't start here, but here.
You're in charge?
Yeah, yes.
Pull your people back. I'll bring him in.
Bring who in?
Phil Chacon? That's who you have a warrant for?
Right.
Pull everybody out. I'll bring him in.
I don't want to pull him out.
Huh?
I don't want to pull them back.
Excuse me?
On March 26, 2020, Espanola police finally issued a warrant for the arrest of Chacon. He hid in his residence, pretending to not be home.
No, so what happened is they were doing a search warrant because a little Jacob said that he got assaulted this morning. So we were doing a search warrant on that house, or one of those motorhomes. And then he shot one of his rifles. So then we came around this way, and right here on the other side where you have that like garage that's open, and then there's another garage, he was coming out with 3 rifles. So then he dropped them and then went back inside. And then he tried.
So how many rifles are in there? Or do you guys have?
There's 3 that are there, and I know he has more.
How do you know he has more?
Because it's Phil.
No.
The officers, however, heard that he was home through the phone calls they made, but couldn't enter on the basis that Chacon was suspected to have multiple weapons on his person. During the standoff, Sheriff James Lujan suddenly shows up on the scene, reeking of alcohol, and demands the supervisor in charge to pull her men out and leave his men on the scene instead.
I'm not asking. I'm telling you. I will bring him in. Okay? We don't need to make this bigger than what it is.
Charles 36 doesn't go.
Hey, the sheriff just pulled in, and he's asking us to pull back, and he'll pull him in. But he's been drinking. I can smell it on him. We're gonna need somebody. Huh? Yeah. Okay, we need to pull somebody over here, somebody above me, because he's already pushing his weight around with me. So. Okay.
Despite trying to impose his authority over the supervisor, she maintains her composure and decides not to pull back as requested.
The sheriff is here. He's trying to make us pull back, and he said he'll call him out, but we're not pulling back. He does know him, but he's not coming. We're not gonna pull back because he says so. No, it's not gonna happen. Just let you guys know, okay? Yeah. I'm getting hold of the chief now. We're not pulling back. I'm waiting for, I told Jeremy. Jeremy's calling Command 1 now. But do you smell it, or am I the only one who smells it?
Yeah, please do something about it.
Okay. Right?
Hey, I know. We're here to Tabitha. I know, Tabitha. But hey, listen, Michelle's the supervisor in charge. Okay, I'm running the TAC team, the TAC plan. Okay. I know he just texted me. He's like, Tabitha's coming. Do me a favor, okay? Tell him to cooperate with me. Tell him to trust me. Okay, tell him to call me. I know. That's why we're here. Well, and then he shot while the cops were here. Tabitha, settle down. Okay. Tell him to text me and call me. Okay? Okay, thanks, bye. I'll call Command 1 now.
Yeah, do it.
Do something about that. You're the supervisor, so it's going to be on you.
Right. But we can't.
I definitely smelled it really bad.
So did I.
So.
What?
How can he?
He can't be here.
At this point, everything looks extremely suspicious, and there's a clear confrontation between authorities. But what's more interesting is how the captain tries to turn off the supervisor's body cam to then ask how it is that Luhan got there in the first place. To make matters worse, Luhan then disobeyed city and state police and walked up to Shakon's residence into the hot zone of the scene with his phone in hand as if on a call with someone. Surprisingly, not long after this, Shakon left the residence and was finally put under arrest.
Yeah, you told me to, 22, get up and I'm gonna take over.
I have to keep this front door, by the way.
For what front door?
His front door. His wife gave it to me.
Little did Luhan know, this had been his first step into prison. The following day, an investigation revealed that Chacon could possibly have a connection with a man named Ramon Vigil, who then was issued a search warrant for his phone in order to find valuable information to incriminate Chacon even further. Immediately after, police officers from the Española Police Department were dispatched to Ramon's house.
This is a copy for the search warrant of your cell phone. So today we will be seizing your cell phone, and this is your copy, okay?
Wait a minute. Get on the phone, Bob. I'm on the phone with Bob right now. Bob, they got a search warrant on my cell phone.
Ramon starts by showing surprise on the news and immediately tries to discredit the warrant's legality. He calls someone who appears to be his lawyer and gives him guidelines on how to proceed. Then, out of the blue, Sheriff James Lujan shows up on the scene unannounced and explains that Ramon was the one who called him.
Yeah, I took the copy of the wrong one. Yo.
I don't think he would want to make sure he's not going to be arrested.
No, yeah, no.
That's not going to happen. It's a warrant, and he thought it was a municipal court judge signing it.
No. Nope. So,
more than that. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
He didn't know it. He called me and all scared, and I go, "What's going on? Come to my house."
Yeah, no, and I told him over last week I have
The garage door was open. We went to the front of the house. Nobody answered. We came back. The garage door was closed. So we knew somebody was home.
Yeah, so just to seize his cell phone.
Finally, Ramon's phone was confiscated. Unlucky for Sheriff Lujan, Ramon's phone was yet another link to his corrupt actions, and not long after a search warrant was also issued, but this time it was for his own phone.
Hey, I'm the sheriff. How are you? Good, yeah. Good. It's James here, the sheriff. Maybe just need to speak with him. Hold on.
At his own headquarters, Espanola police officers are seen looking for Sheriff James Lujan with 2 search warrants to confiscate both his personal and work cell phone, as it is believed he had been having communication with Chacon and City Councilor Ramon Vigil, and they want to see if he was abusing his power in the cases he was involved in.
Hello, sir.
Sure.
Come in here. You want to do it in there or you want to do what?
In here, what?
We just have a couple of search warrants for your cell phones. For your cell phones. So, one on your personal cell phone, and then one on your work cell phone. So those are your copies. Do you want it?
Hold on to that. This is filed today. Do you have your phone? Call me. Casados is not. Is this for which case? What case is this?
So that is in reference to stemming from the original charges.
Which one? The misdemeanor?
So that one.
You got a search warrant on a misdemeanor.
So DA moved it out of
Somewhere, yeah. Clovis, somewhere.
Clovis, and then Pat Casado signed off on it.
Well, he has my personal phone and my work phone.
Okay.
Okay, so it's going to stay there until I get it cleared to my attorney first.
Fair enough. Busy right now.
It doesn't have the case number on here for the original.
Right there.
That's a PD case number. It doesn't have a magistrate or district case. This is in district court too, and this is a magistrate warrant. Okay? This case is already in district court.
This is a magistrate warrant.
You understand that this case is in district court, right?
After being delivered the warrant and notified of the situation, Lujan immediately gives his phone to his undersheriff to then call his lawyer. He then tried to find flaws in the document to invalidate it, but to no avail. And in order to avoid any more time being wasted, the district attorney herself called Lujan's lawyer to make things even easier. Once again, the whole situation has become extremely shady, but not hostile yet, and it is here when Lujan shows concern about the number of units Espanola police dispatched.
Yeah. 3 units out there? What?
So, yeah.
You have all your units here, so.
I have all my units here.
That's what you're told.
Who do you see here? The undersheriff, myself, the transport deputy, Leon doing report. Then
Okay.
What are you
Sounds good.
saying I'm going to do something?
Well,
You don't know. Really, Ernest? Really?
Sure.
Wow. Okay. Well then, you gotta stand outside of my office. I'm waiting here. That's really bad, Ernest.
Sure. So,
As an interesting observation, when the officer tries to explain the situation to the undersheriff, he answers in a hostile way that shows disrespect and annoyance at the whole situation, clearly siding with his own sheriff.
So the district attorney is calling the lawyer. I'm assuming that. So.
leave it. And go what they're going to do, okay?
But despite having a search warrant, Sheriff Lujan still refuses to give his phone to authorities, and what's even more weird is that despite having the warrant, the officers are not taking any step forward toward Lujan, giving him time to wander around with his phone to do whatever he pleases, giving him ample time to delete crucial information.
Yeah, we just wanted to have the phone number.
I'll have to go call my attorney from my office and see how my phone.
Oh, good. Yeah, we just wanted to
Or your phone. Is yours or mine? Okay. Just a name. No, it's
Then, after a long wait, the chief of Espanola Police steps into the room, but he wasn't as patient as his officers.
Trying to make contact with.
Morning, Undersheriff. Is he going to comply or no? Waiting for his attorney to get up. Okay.
trying to call him, but
So he has the warrants. They're signed. They're legal. It's a court order. I know you guys are just doing your job, but I don't want you guys in the middle of this. All we needed the phones. That's it.
Well, once he gets his advice from his attorney, we'll do that. I got him. I don't know.
You have your phone, his phones?
Yes.
Okay. Can I see him at least so I can give you that professional courtesy?
I don't know.
So I don't understand with a legal order why he's fighting if you have them. That's all we want.
That's all right to talk to his attorney, right?
Yeah, but he has the court orders. So, our attorney called his attorney. So she told him exactly what.
Well, maybe that's why he's not answering, because he's on the phone.
Okay. I also tried to call Tomas Campos. I don't want to take it there. I didn't want to go this far. Just want the phones that say it would be out of your hair. I don't know.
At this point, it is clear that Lujan is trying to save himself from trouble, and so are his deputies. And to show the gravity of the matter, the undersheriff even asks the chief to pull his men back, feeling threatened by their presence at the scene, which we can't see from this camera footage angle, but are all well prepared in case anything bad happens.
I think you can have you guys leave, and then we can work on shit. Nothing just happened.
Well, I'm not the one making the show. I had only sent these guys in here. I just, again, we want the phone.
That's fine. You're probably going to get the phone, but wait until.
Well, as you know, Undersheriff, it's not probably, there's a court order. I don't want to, I really.
мраки ебаные. Оно тупые.
Really don't. I don't want to have to put anybody in cuffs. I don't. But if that's what I have to do, then I will do it. I don't want to do that.
And you're saying who?
Him. Oh. Because he's the one not complying with a court order. You know, if you have the phones, then we don't need to be having this conversation. You know. And that's just me. I don't want to do anything else. I just want the phones, and we're out of here. That's it. You know, I tried to call you this morning and meet up, but because of time sensitivity, you know, I was trying to give you guys the professional courtesy.
You know what, Chief, I'm not surprised you guys are doing this.
Right.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Right.
But that's on your shoulders.
Go ahead and let them, the marks know that. Just keep one.
I just want to say, we don't work that way, Chief. If you guys want to come, that's fine. You don't have to say no.
Well,
I don't know why they're here, so if I...
Yeah,
you know me the better than that.
Right. I tried calling you under sheriff. I tried calling it, and it went straight to voicemail.
I don't get involved with that.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. I tried to be, you know, as low key as possible. I tried calling Tomas Campos.
Not long after the conversation between the undersheriff and the chief, Lujan comes out of his office, making matters worse.
I got you on the phone. I have the copy of the search warrant.
Somebody has it.
I gave him copies.
Where are they?
What's that? The warrants?
You asked for them? Or
No, he gave them to me. Okay. Search me. You have the search warrant for my person?
Are you going to comply, yes or no? That's all I want. I want the phones. That's it.
I told you. You have your search warrant says to search me for personal phones?
He has the phones. He already told me he has the phones.
Okay. That's not what the search warrant says, does it?
Okay, so you want us to lock down the sheriff's office? Go ahead and call them back. You're going to stay out here, sir. Stay out here. Stay out here. Because... No. Undersheriff,
You can go through the court system.
we are. We're going to lock down this building until he gives me those phones.
Really?
Yes, that's what the DA's office is like.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's that on paper?
You can call her. Andrea Reed. You want her number?
If this wasn't enough already, while the chief was talking to the undersheriff, Sheriff Lujan is seen attempting to leave in his car.
What's going on?
You're not going to stop me from leaving if I want to leave. Am I under arrest?
If we have to.
Am I under arrest?
Not
Then
now.
Get away from me.
Not now. Go back inside. We're going to lock down this office. Please, go back in the office. Seriously.
Don't touch. Back up.
You can go in the office, but
Back up. Don't touch. Don't reach. Back up.
Go inside. Because you're not certified, so.
Back up.
Seeing the situation has escalated, the officer from whom we see the perspective speaks to an officer who's outside the building and explains they're locking up the headquarters.
he's not complying. He doesn't want to give up the phones. He gave the phones to the undersheriff and said, search me, knowing that he gave the phones to the undersheriff. They're not voluntarily giving them up, so we're going to lock down the building.
After communicating to this officer that they'll be locking down the sheriff's headquarters, the chief tries once again to talk reason with Lujan.
So are you refusing? Is that what you're saying?
Refusing what?
You're refusing a lawful order?
From who? In the back?
From the judge.
What judge?
Judge Gonzalez.
On what case is that on?
On my case. You have the search warrant.
On your case?
Yeah, you have the search warrant. You have
Search warrant. The case is going to district court, right?
You continue to
It's a district court judge
resist and
has this
obstruct.
case,
You're
right?
showing a pattern of behavior.
Really?
Yes.
It's a pattern of
Already
harassment from you
twice.
is what it is.
Twice.
Retaliation and
Twice.
harassment is what it is.
Twice. That's okay. You have your opportunity in court. I'm here asking.
So will you on a misdemeanor.
Okay, for now. For now.
I've done
For now.
nothing. Are you accusing me of something else?
Then why not give me the phones?
I told you I'm seeking legal counsel first. I have that right. Do I not have a right to seek
You have
legal
the legal
counsel?
order. You have
I
the
do.
legal order.
And it doesn't say how long I have to give it to you, does it?
It says now.
Does
yes,
it?
Yes.
Show me.
It's a court order. You have the copies.
It says now.
Yeah. Well, when do you? Okay, so you get a search warrant. You just do it whenever you want. That's today's date on it. So I'm serving it.
Then, finally, Sheriff Lujan decides to give the chief his phones. But because they only have the order to seize them, they can't actually go through them until they have a new order that allows them to do so.
Sheriff, it would just be so much easier if you just give us these phones.
I don't have the phones, do I?
Well, no, but I saw you give them to your undersheriff who has them in his pocket. So just the knowledge of that.
Give him the phones. This is all harassment and retaliation because I told the city council that you shouldn't be the chief. That's what it is.
Think whatever you want.
I don't think, I know.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is. Go ahead and give it to him. These phones are not to be gone through until you have a warrant for the content. You only have a warrant for the phones,
You're
not the
absolutely
content.
right.
You're absolutely right.
And good luck, and you better not come through a magistrate. You better go through a district court judge.
Thank you, Undersheriff.
Go.
Thank you. Have a good day, sir.
Unluckily for Lujan, the chief came back the next day, and this time with a search warrant for the headquarters for refusing to cooperate on an investigation by not providing access to his phones. But this time, they weren't going to go that easy on him, as this time SWAT forces were called to the scene, and they locked down the building with Lujan in it.
No. Are you threatening? What you guys are doing? We're trying to do everything peacefully. We tried to. Okay? That's all we're doing. We're done here. We're leaving.
Okay, well, get out of here then. You're done. Get out.
We'll leave when we're ready.
You said you were done.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up right now. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. We're doing our law enforcement duties. That's it. District court signed it. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, so as soon as we're done, we're going to get out of your hair. Why are you calling everybody here to put them in
This is our house.
Well, right now it's ours. Right now it's ours.
We own the building right now. Shut up. Don't talk to me like that. Shut up.
Hey.
I don't work for you. Don't talk to me like that.
Easy, easy. Get there and let's go. Are we done in here?
Shortly after this confrontation, another one occurs between the chief and undersheriff, where the charges against Lujan are explained.
He put himself in there, not me. So we have a right to investigate our citizen now. Okay, so why does he show up? Nobody can answer him. Now he's going to have to.
Finally, we see that Sheriff Lujan was put under arrest. What's interesting is how he recognizes the person recording as one of his own men.
Sir, let's walk over here.
Why is that? Dude, that's messed up.
Let's walk over here.
Sheriff. That's what I'm saying. Let's get him on the opposite side of this truck. Well, you got Tabitha over there.
I'm not even armed and I'm handcuffed, dude.
This isn't my attack, Sheriff. I have a search warrant for your phone for the building.
For what?
I couldn't tell you.
Stand over here.
This is their time.
Sheriff Lujan then discovers that the press is taking pictures and recording him, so he asks the officers to put him inside.
I got the press out here taking pictures of me in handcuffs.
Push him around into the doorway. Yeah, push him around into the doorway. At least to the doorway.
Aye! This is ridiculous.
Keep him out there.
Hold on, we have press.
Keep him out there.
Come over here, sir.
Keep him out there.
Sheriff,
Let's go. Stay out here.
Ah, Jesus! Really?
You don't have to.
Look
just
here.
stand.
Look behind
Just
you.
stand. Just stand.
Stand up. Put him on this side of the truck. Put him on the outside of the truck.
It hurts.
They're loose, sir. They're loose.
No, they're not loose.
A remark that maybe not all of you know is that the officers that are grabbing him right now are actually Lujan's people, making this whole situation the more sad and despicable. The same detective we saw earlier had a discussion with the undersheriff, then shows up and informs Lujan of everything that's going on.
2 search warrants. One is for the building. Okay. Done that. Okay. And one is for your iPhone.
Okay.
So I'm going to read the stipulation.
Can you take these handcuffs off? They hurt. They hurt. Am I under arrest?
You're being detained.
Well, yeah. Why do I have to have cuffs on? They hurt.
Take them off in a minute. This one, take them.
You have a search warrant for my iPhone. You got my iPhone. You got a search warrant for the building. You're searching the building. I don't know what you're searching for, though.
I'll just tell you.
Okay.
Let me explain this. Let me explain.
Make sure his ass good. You good here?
Sheriff Lujan is supposedly not arrested at this point, he's just detained, but the decisions he takes in the following minutes are what finally put him in the back seat of a police car.
Gives me the authorization to seize your phone. Okay. Search your phone.
Okay.
But it also gives me the authorization. So what I'm asking for you to do is unlock your phone, unlock it, give it back to me, and I'm going to remove the security settings. I don't want your passcode. I'm not asking for your passcode. I'm asking you to unlock the phone for the search warrant. You can read it if you want under number 2.
I will if I get a chance to talk to my attorney.
It doesn't work like that.
Marty!
This is not a negotiation.
Mira!
This is not a negotiation, Sheriff. This is not a negotiation. I'm telling you, the warrant says it right there. You can talk to your attorney when this is all
I've
done.
been asking.
When this is all done, you can call your attorney. But right now, we're trying to get you to comply with the warrant. The warrant stipulates exactly what we want. You give us that, we'll get the phone, we're out of here. That's it. What do you want to do, Sheriff?
Right now, I am under arrest. Because I am under arrest. I am in handcuffs. I'm not free to leave. I'm not free to leave? Am I free to leave? No. Then, if I'm under arrest, I have a right to an attorney, correct?
You do.
Okay.
And I'm not questioning you.
I'm invoking my right to an attorney right now.
Okay.
You understand that?
So, take him, book him.
Book me for what?
For obstruction. Obstruction.
I'm not obstructing.
Who's
I'm
your over
handcuffed.
here to our unit?
Take him over here.
Our unit.
Over here, Sheriff. Over here.
Sheriff.
Just
They're gonna book me.
take him.
Really? Look at this shit. Look.
Stop. Stop. Just walk over.
Stop,
Just walk.
Stop, Sheriff. What are you doing? Look. What is this?
Really?
Right here.
Wow. I'm handcuffed.
Rio Arriba County,
Sheriff James Lujan was finally arrested, and on December 29, 2020, he was sentenced to 3 years in prison for aiding a felon and intimidating a witness.
Right. We're stacking up some stuff though, which is nice. I actually don't think we can take this. That goes there. That goes there, there, and there. But I don't know why I picked this up. I'm pretty sure these are used for blue helmets. Yeah. We need to keep that. I don't want to sell that. All right, we go again. What's the count? We have 3 hours to do 15. We got a couple of backup shotguns now. So let's try and not get bogged down at the spawn and actually get in there and start killing. Hey? Hey? We are here to kill scavs. I'm gonna go this way because I feel like I'm gonna run into less players at the start. If I go that way, I'm gonna get shot at when I go up the ramp. I just looked over at my radar and there's definitely players around, so. I've died 15 times in a row trying to get signal part 1 done. Dude. That task. I think someone just shot then. That task can be really frustrating. Boy, he's hurt. This guy's hurt.
Каким? Мы так наблюдаем. Все.
The GDs.